Hey, how's it going? It's Scatha, level 71 Prot Paladin. We're going to be running over to Nexus today. I'm going to have some tips on tanking. We're going to have a mage. We are also going to have another paladin, Red Spec. We're also going to have a druid feral and a druid boomkin who's going to be healing, which is probably not a good idea at our low level, but it turned out alright. We're going to skip ahead to the first boss. Now, anyone who's ever done this first boss in Nexus, what you're going to do is you're going to DPS her real hard for probably about the first 50% of her life. And what's going to happen is she's going to split into three different forms. She's going to be a frost, an arcane, and a fire form. What you need to do is kill the arcane form first. Then you need to kill the frost form, and then you need to kill the fire form. She's a relatively tough boss if you have a group that doesn't know what they're doing, or a pug. This was a pug, but we did have some pretty solid players in this group, so it turned out to be alright. You see she just split right there. Pick up the arcane one first. As a paladin, it's pretty easy to AoE tank, as most of you know. Consecration. That's about it, really. And we're gonna burn down that last image right here. What's gonna happen is there's gonna be a quick pause for about 10 seconds. She's gonna warp back into that middle. Then we're gonna pick her up again and burn her down the rest of her life. I didn't mention, but she does throw you around a little bit in the fight. It's pretty heal intensive for the healer, and it doesn't help that our healer wasn't a resto spec druid. He was a boomkin spec, which is okay. It turned out to be all right. I actually didn't have too many problems with the heals, so other than that, it was pretty good. Pretty good first fight. Let's see what we dropped here. I don't quite remember. What we got is the Belt of Draconic Runes. Pretty decent belt. Not for me, of course, but anyway, it's not always about me. We're going to skip ahead to the second boss here. If you've never done this fight, what's going to happen is you're going to run in. You're going to start building up your threat. As you're building up your threat, maybe about 15 seconds into the fight, he will actually be invulnerable, and he will spawn a chaotic rift that will spawn little mana wraiths. So what you need to do is get on the chaotic rift as quick as you can and DPS it down as fast as you can. See, now he's invulnerable, he shrinks down, chaotic rift spawns, and what you need to do is burn that down before too many of those mana wraiths come out. As a paladin, consecration, hand of the righteousness, turned out to be alright. He's gonna come up, pull him up again, and rinse and repeat. I'm gonna explain a couple things about myself. I've been playing MMOs for a while. I haven't been playing a paladin too long, so I'm still familiarizing myself with a paladin. This character was actually a refer a friend character that I leveled up in about 3 days. So it really took me a minute to figure out all my skills and all my keys and actually learn how to tank as a paladin. As you can see, I don't skip my mouse around over all my different abilities. I set up cast sequence. If you don't know what a cast sequence is, I recommend you take a look at it and figure out how they work and learn them, because it really helps for tanking. I have a level 80 Death Knight, which I main tank for the guild Tenacious on the Thrall server. My Death Knight is a dual wield tank. You don't see too many dual wield Death Knight tanks. I have never had a problem with tanking dual wielding. A lot of people will tell you that it's not a good idea, but I haven't seen a problem, and I like to do things that are a little out of the ordinary, so it really kind of helps that making me original, which is pretty much my goal. What's gonna happen in this fight is we're burning down this last last little bit here. Let's see what he drops. Tome of the Lore Keepers, which was a pretty good caster offhand. I'm gonna pause for a second here, and we're gonna skip ahead. Alright, third boss. This boss is probably the easiest boss in the instance. What you're going to do is, when you click the boss, you see the little red circle under his feet? What you need to do is have everyone stack right in that circle. As long as you stay in that circle, you don't have to avoid the spikes. Since this is a pug, some people didn't really understand that if you stood in the circle, you wouldn't avoid the spikes, even though we explained it. No big deal. What's going to happen is you're going to see a couple people in the group get thrown up in the air, take a lot of damage. It wasn't a big deal. I don't believe anyone died in this fight. It's just more annoying than anything else. But this fight's just going to go on. It's real easy. Tank and spank fight. Just hold your threat and then you're good to go. Alright, while we burn down the rest of this guy, I'm going to say a couple more things. I know a lot of people are asking why I'm going back and doing Nexus, and I'm going to do Uthgard Keep, and I'm going to go back and do all these Wrath of the Lich King instances. Well, one of the reasons I'm doing it is because most of the people who play World of Warcraft aren't level 80. Therefore, a lot of the people are still new. I had 3 people in this group on this video who have never done this instance. So I figured I'd go back and run a couple videos on it so people can kind of familiarize themselves so that they're not getting denied groups, or they're not getting criticized because they don't know the instance. Now, even if they don't know it, they can come in, watch my video, and then they'll know it. Anyway, I'm not claiming to know everything. I'm not, thinking I'm the best at everything. I honestly don't think I am. Always want to learn. All I want is that everyone comments, enjoys the videos, and enjoys playing the game. Anyway, for this last fight, as for all dragons, try not to move her much. You need to stay from directly behind her because she tail swipes. Also, you probably think we look pretty stupid right now jumping up and down. There's a reason we're doing that. If you do not do that, a dot, which is a damage over time spell, will start stacking on yourself, and it will kill you. It's very heal intensive for the healer if you do not keep jumping or running, just moving, period. This fight we did have that druid who wasn't resto spec, so we did have a lot of problems with quick heals, especially around 25%, like I said, when the dragon goes frenzy or rage, I don't remember which one. Basically what happens was I took a one shot and I was dead. Luckily we pulled through, and the rest of the DPS who were solid in this fight finished it up for us. Kind of speed this last part of the dragon up. You'll see me get one shotted right there, and that was fun. Other than that, I think we had a couple more deaths, but dragon was so low on health it just ended up dying real quick real soon after. Anyway, hope everyone enjoyed my videos. Anyway, next on the agenda will be Uthgard Keep. I should have that video out hopefully by tonight. Anyway, everyone have a good night, and I will check you later.